family and friends. It is indeed a good day. It's the morning of my birthday, Tuesday, July 7th. Um, yeah, I feel like sharing this moment. It's significant for me that I made it to 60, 60, my body partially feels 60, but mostly I feel eternal. Sporting this Steven Wilson t-shirt that was given to me by someone in the BC, I forget his name, someone over in Europe. I feel good, I'm not a health nut, so it's like I get exercise, I eat okay, but I think part of why I still feel good and don't feel like I look 60, I don't feel like I'm 60 years old, especially the way it looked to me when I was a kid. I think part of it is mental. It may be genetics, I don't know, but I think that, many people tell me I don't look my age, I could still pass for 50. Some people are nice and say, 40s and stuff. That's nice, But I do think that part of my way of living for a long time has been to try to be in the moment as much as possible. Just bring it back to the here and the now. As I say often, and it is very true, we live in the mind, but some of us live trapped in the mind where we're constantly reliving the past or freaking out about the future or staying caught up in thoughts unrelated to what's actually happening that drain us. And as a person who is naturally an empath, I recognize that that's part of why I was good at, not was, but I'm still good at working with people, is that I can see and feel others, pretty strongly, and can see the effect also of what's going on with people. And worry is debilitating. Staying stuck in the past, we all do it to a degree, but staying focused totally on the past, especially on regrets, is a life sucker. And I wrote on my Facebook page, a message yesterday about, reflecting on turning 60 and how it's been important for me to have made amends and to continue if where I see I can and need to. It's important to try to have clear energy between people, to acknowledge. For me, it's been important for me to acknowledge where I've done people wrong and to not do it again, to apologize, to try to do repair where I can, And it's a good feeling, to face where you've let people down or been less than honorable and have a chance to apologize or just check it out. Because not too many years ago, I out of the blue ran into someone from my childhood who I felt like I had wronged, even as a kid, and had a chance to bring it up and told him how I apologized. The response was just wonderful, he just looked at me and gave me this look. It's like, man, we was kids. What the fuck's, what's your problem, nigga? And that was literally what it was. It was like, sometimes we hold on to things and, I'm an egghead. I think very hard about everything, so it was one of those things where I overthought, you know what I'm saying? So reducing worry and I know that I have to respond to the world of finance and the fact that mankind's focus is economic and keeping the ball rolling. I respond to it, but I don't believe in it. Many people just accept reality and the way that we function, and that's life to them, and that's reality. I, for one, thankfully, was told or learned early on that this is arbitrary. This is the way we live, but to be told that this is what God wants and that this is the way reality is supposed to be, it's like, no, we could have made many different choices and life could be very different. And I just always see that, and that saves me from taking seriously a lot of things that people would like to insist that I incorporate into my reality. And my thought is, no, I don't have to. I'll pay the bills and I'll go to the bank and I'll follow the laws, but do they rule my mind? Is that the world I live in my head? The hell no, because it's crazy, you know. So much of what the world wants you to think is not for our personal benefit, so I discard it. I deal with it, but I ain't thinking that shit. You know what I'm saying? This idea, and that's why you always hear me say, society taught me from the word go as a little boy that I was not valued, that I was not even a human being. And I'm supposed to listen to those people? Shit, please. There's not a, you know what I'm saying? It's my birthday, so just let me go. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have, I'm going to vote for Bernie Sanders, but he's still a politician. And politicians are scum. Even you politicians I know, your job is just one of the filthiest jobs, and the only reason why you're there is because you're trying to get something, not because you're trying to do something right. You couldn't get where you're at if you was doing something right. You got to be scum to be there. It's just a rant, Please don't take it personal. I mean, if you're a politician and you get upset, well, deal with the fact that politics is broken, Don't get mad at me because I can see it. To wrap this up, I did receive some records yesterday. They are birthday presents. Chris Cole is such a brother. John Coltrane, 68. He sent me another package. Chris, and I told him, Chris, you ain't got no business. But he explained, he gave me a couple of records out of his personal collection. He didn't spend any money, well, hardly any. And that is even more of an honor that he just gives me these wonderful albums out of his personal collection. I really appreciate it. I know it's love, Chris. So what did he send me? He sent me this fantastic Private Press electronics album by Kenneth Knudsen, Anima. I believe this was made in 1979, Sweden. Love stuff like this. This is jazz and fusion and ambient all in one album. Anima by Kenneth Knudsen. Just what I love. Oh, I love stuff like that. He sent me... Okay, someone just beeped me on my phone, so I guess I'm going to be getting birthday greetings that way. Rain DeGraff and Dick Vennick Quartet, Modal Soul. I've just played a little bit of this on Timeless. White label promo. Just played a bit of it yesterday, but greatly appreciated. The next two that he sent me are, I'm just over the moon for these. Thank you so much, Chris. Anthony Braxton, Europa, with Chick Corea. I didn't have this. It looks like an Arista Freedom album, but it's on the Piccadilly label. Haven't played this yet, but wow. Anthony Braxton is just monstrously a genius. And if he wasn't so different, the black community nationwide would recognize a living genius. But a lot of people just don't understand what he's doing. But this is one of the living giants of culture. Notice I didn't say black culture, I said culture. That large. And the icing on the cake is this 3-record set. Music from Mills. Oh my God, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Music from Mills College. Man, this is amazing. I've only got to play one side of it so far, but exclusive music on here by, again, the titans of contemporary music. Lou Harrison, Terry Riley, Luciano Berio. Oh my goodness. Steve Reich, Robert Ashley, Anthony Braxton, Pandit Prannath, Morton Subotnick, Pauline Oliveros. Wow. 3-record set. And this is going to make for some very engaging, deep listening music that will educate me will enrich me. You know, this sort of experience, taking the time to absorb what these artists are sending out, is very enriching. I also received Vince Guarner. I believe that's how I say your name, Vince. He let me know he had sent me a package and then said, you know, I hope it ends up coming on your birthday. Consider it a birthday gift. And I do. Thank you, Vince. So he sent me 2 albums. I appreciate both. Peter Cater, 2 Hearts. This is what they call new age music. He plays keyboards. A lot of this is really kind of safe, middle of the road sounding, but I would prefer this over. I would prefer this over a lot of music. I'd rather hear this than Eric Clapton. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, or Billy Joel. Okay, and that's no offense to them. Okay, it's just my sensibilities. But the other album that you sent me, Vince, is greatly appreciated, and this is just what I want more of, always in my collection. Triangle, Viens avec nous. Light, it's on the light pop side of prog, but Jean-Michel Jarre was involved in the group. I don't know if he was actually a member. They don't list him on the back. But I really appreciate this. This is the kind of record I always want more of, records like this. Psych, prog, from the past. Kind of obscure when it comes to America. Love stuff like this. So Vince, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I was listening to a bunch of music and watching some videos about the history of metal. I love metal. I just don't buy a lot, but I just thought I'd show, for those that haven't watched some of my older videos, that I do indeed have Black Sabbath and music like this. And I'll never forget the first time I heard this. It was frightening. You know, it was frightening, and I was afraid to say I liked it, but I did. I was, during the fireworks of 4th of July, I really wasn't interested in watching fireworks, so I just turned the music up loud. And this is something I played all the way through 4th of July. Absinthe by Meshuggah. These guys are just fantastic. The rhythms, there's a big jazz element to this black metal, or whatever you want to call it, this metal band. Meshuggah. These guys can play their asses off. And with that, I'm just going to just say once again, thank you for being my friends, for accepting me. Take note of the message that I shared earlier, that I truly believe that a big secret about happiness is that once you're told the secret, most people can't believe it's the secret. They don't, it's kind of like, can't be that simple, can't be that, but it is. The secret to happiness is our purview. It's where we're coming from mentally. It's what we're doing with what's happening to us, how we're perceiving it, and taking it and working with it. That's the key to my experience. Not what I have. It's what I think about what I have that gives it the value. So if there's nothing to focus on, then what is left? Well, what is left is existing, being. That's fantastic. You don't have to pay to be. And everyone else is just being, so the idea that someone else has to tell you how to be is a myth. All they can do is tell you how they're being, or what their version of being is. There are no experts on life on this planet. And I just refuse to have anyone try to come along and tell me, well, so-and-so and so-and-so. And I'll say, yeah, that's cool. That's what you see. That's what you think. That's what you're putting together. And I'll take that into consideration. But the idea that, oh, that's what you say, so therefore that's what I should do. Are you kidding? I think it's important. I think a lot of people need that message. Think for yourself. And if you don't think you think too well, practice.